back to it. So, as we go ahead and finally get ourselves back into it after missing a week. Dear me. A whole week of D&D gone. Oh no. But let's go ahead and get back into it, shall we? Doing so, we'll go ahead and do so just as our party last left off with themselves, finding not only a new friend, but one who seems to be rather intricate in the ways of how he knows and mapped out the underground. Not even
That's
truly
right.
really
We had
knowing
the
his
drunk
name.
man.
Look, he's not drunk. He's just knowledgeable. Okay? There's a difference.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, his drink is called knowledge.
When he needs a map, he makes a liquid map. When he needs liquid knowledge, he needs liquid knowledge. There's it's a very small thing.
Is that the same as
It's
liquid
just
courage?
it's
No, it's not liquid courage, it's liquid knowledge. Different.
it's just that the ethanol content is slightly higher with knowledge.
Exactly. All right. So, getting back into it. You guys have managed to actually make it through the under portions of the under kingdom of this little frost zone. In doing so, you have not only managed to get yourself a guide, but have that guide save you from the brigands and other such thieves that have tried to stop you here before. And getting back into character and back into our boots, we'll go ahead and pick up just as the beloved guide is currently leading you up the large stone ramp that is currently leading towards one of the outer halls that head off into the caves. So, the floor is yours. If there's anything you guys would like to do, you may go ahead and do so.
Um. Well, I guess Zorm is just kind of looking around, not really sure, because I wasn't here last session, so I'm a little bit more lost.
Well, let's just say you guys met a new friend.
Mm-hmm.
Simplest thing I could say.
Right. Um. And just so that way I kind of have a better understanding, we are heading whereabouts?
You have no idea. You guys told him where you wanted to go, and he said, I might know a place like that. Slide me a map. And they slid him a large tankard of ale, which he swallowed quickly.
I guess Zorm is just gonna walk around and
Ignore the question. Continue. I don't know where that came from, game, but keep moving.
What? Wait, what was that?
I
Hold
missed
on.
something.
Game just sent a message in the chat saying, "Do I give off lesbian vibes?" And I'm not sure how to take that because she's asking me. So, let's move
gotta
on,
love
shall we?
random Discord shenanigans, huh?
Let's move on, shall we?
We're starting out strong.
Real strong.
um, Zorm's just gonna keep watch, I guess, just looking around. Oh my goodness, that caught me off guard so heavily. Yeah, I guess Zorm's just gonna just keep watch, because he's not really sure where they're going, so that's all he really can do. I don't know quite what the rest of the party is trying to do.
I think.
Uh,
Hmm,
Clyde would just kind of be tagging along and just trying to keep an eye out. Never know what hooligans are about.
on the move, correct?
Hooligans.
What hooliganry?
What false hooliganry are you up to now? Anyways, what would Velas do in this case? I guess
Uh,
Velas would like look around, see if he spots anything whilst they're on the move, like anything catching his
Well, going through
eye.
the caves, I mean, just as you're getting to them, there really isn't too much to see out here. It is literally dark stone. The
Hmm.
only light that really comes around seems to be from some sort of bioluminescent fungus that is stapled here and there along the top ends.
Could I identify the moss to see if it has any alchemical properties?
Make me a nature check.
Gotcha. I got an 18.
It might if you got your hands on some of it, but currently it's pretty much plastered to the top end of the halls here, so you couldn't exactly do it too well,
Hmm.
or get to it too easily either.
Pulse just kind of frowns a moment at that. They can't really get his hands on it, but he then just shrugs it off, rather continuing to follow with the group and the guide.
Good. The guide is relatively jovial. You hear him very softly going through, and he seems to be humming a tune to himself. Nobody is interrupting you guys, marking off, and everything is, well, quiet.
Mhm.
But as he's in his own jovial little world, still leading you guys around, you can't help but feel anxious going into these caves. Because not only do they just look like caves, there's only bits and pieces of remnant stonework as if somebody had previously been there, but nature had come by and once again swept over it. So you're not sure if it's even something left behind by somebody or somebody creating a tunnel through the Underdark, or even the upper ends of it at least. So it's concerning to say the least.
I mean, well, the Underdark world wouldn't be so concerning. Actually, great. Would I be able to roll history to see how knowledgeable Velas is about the Underdark?
Not too many people actually know too much about the Underdark. So go ahead, just make me a general intelligence check. For the love of God, Gabe, Jesus Christ.
Is it still lesbian energy?
She's asking me about it, and she says she's having a crisis. Like, I don't know how to answer that, woman.
I never. Oh my god. I got. I was gonna say got natural 20 plus 5. I can't keep my train of thought.
How to derail someone else's campaign without even being there.
But
Oh
no, it's quiet. It's oh no, it's not even quiet. Knowing about the Underdark, yeah, it's. I'm sorry, that was just so far out of left field. I am just
I think that was very much out of left field.
You need a moment
my-
to recover.
Why give up a lesbian energy? I'm sorry, that is just the most sudden thing to be asked.
Anyway, but about the Underdark, from what you know of it, like instinctually and what you've read, Underdark is not a very happy place at all. Most of the evil shit that I should say perpetuates comes from the Underdark. It is evil, it is vile, and it is cruel.
Mm.
I
You
keep
see
on
that?
forgetting that Dragonborns don't have dark vision.
Well, I think the only people in your party that actually have dark vision is Clyde and Rowan.
Well, no, I think Narum got it as a perk from
Yes, you did from the thing. Yes.
yeah, from the thing. So the only one who doesn't have dark vision, I'm pretty sure at this point is Zoram. And I guess Ryoka, but she isn't.
Well, it says dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to double check that.
Either way, it's just something I
Well,
noticed.
Volus is a furry, so yeah.
Well, this is a
You're thinking of the
I
wrong
thought he
character
was the one
again.
in this campaign.
well, this is a tiefling. How is he a
I
furry?
just have to give I have to give him shit.
It's a scaly.
I will
Oh
send
my
you to
God.
Jesus there.
I will send you to Jesus.
Oh God.
I am terrified.
All right.
Oh my God! What?
What happened now? Oh no. Oh my God.
Can we try and move on?
What's
For
happening
fuck's
now?
sake.
I can't help it because I have like this pop-up that shows up all of my Discord notifications whenever someone messages me, and I just see that pop up.
God damn it.
Can we move on? If Gabe was determined to throw us off course,
This entire session's already fucking down the drain.
all right, let's see what we can salvage from it. Moving on.
My lord.
How do you even recover from that?
The guide looks back to you. If I believe I am not uncertain, I believe we are heading to this burial ground. Yes.
Yes.
This is what you said. Ah, magnifique, magnifique.
Oh boy, we have two Frenchmen.
Burial ground. Burial ground.
Who's the other Frenchman?
He's talking about the cart driver in his other game
Oh, gotcha.
on Wednesday. But anywho, he goes over and you actually see him tapping his tankard and it actually seems to be empty. Puts it behind his, actually goes over to you near him, opens up the spigot, fills it back up and closes it and drinks it quickly.
What's gonna happen
Yes, I
once
know
we
what
run
he
out?
said. I know what his burial ground is, yes. Follow me, again. And he turns around and starts marching off into the caves proper.
I'm gonna have to make something to help keep this guy liquored up.
Believe it or not, as you are led through, you guys actually run through commercial traffic, something you don't expect down here. There are caravans of almost 2 or 3 carts leading through these large underground tunnels. Most of them are heavily guarded, but you see, even though the guards themselves are not heavily armored or armed, they are still armed and armored. Most of them just give you an evil eye as you pass by.
We're gonna politely wave at them.
And politely
Each
wave.
and every single one who gives us an evil eye, we're just gonna politely wave.
So Clyde's just standing there going, hello, at every
No,
single
as
one.
they're walking by.
Passive aggressive initiated.
Well, what can Clyde do but be passive aggressive?
Sing, but we all know he's not gonna whip out the French horn, and play something.
Well,
That's it.
playing the French horn in an area like this is going to be really loud, and it will echo for miles.
Oh yeah, perfect time to make new friends.
you only have one shot at this. Might as well use it.
Exactly. Make an entire friend of all the caravans.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be perfect.
And God knows how many freaking, beasts waiting in the shadows to consume us.
Nothing can go wrong. We befriend the beast with the sound of the French horn.
Sure.
You hope you got enough meat on your bones for that.
Oh no, I'd be ripped to ribbons. You
I mean,
on the
hey, worst case, we have a scapegoat. Rowan?
No! We're not gonna make him sacrifice the bread.
That was not where I was going with this, but I guess if they like bread, it would be even funnier to see Rowan despair.
Anyways. How far along do we seem to be?
Hey, you guys just left. I mean, you guys just got into the tunnels.
Right. But
And how full is our tankard that we have? Like the keg?
No, you guys got a full keg. Like
It's
He-
a keg. It's gonna be a while before that.
Yeah.
it's
How
gonna be a
full
little
is it?
while.
yeah.
It's still about what, 3/4, if not more so. Like it's pretty hefty.
All right.
But about how far is the area that we're going?
You don't know.
Okay.
That's the whole point of it. That's why you needed a guide.
Okay.
You don't know where you're going, and you don't know how long it's going to take to get there.
Right. Well, I guess then we're just gonna keep moving right along.
All right.
I don't think I can make anything while we're on the road.
Traveling through these underground caves, you notice the sheer size of them. I mean, these are massive cave lengths. And the sheer width of them just denotes that something went through here. Unnatural or not. As you peer to both sides and even on some of the upper echelons, you see that bits and pieces of actually cultivated rock, or what seems to, I wouldn't say cultivated, I'd say structured rock, stenciled and well groomed. It almost looks dwarven, but washed away, covered in scratches and scrapes, dug away by something immensely heavy. You even start passing by bits and pieces of broken stone that look to be as ancient as anything else here, but they're small pebbles, broken apart. I would say Volus and Zoram would probably be the ones to notice this. But even these little pebbles look to be bits and pieces of old statues that have just been broken apart to time, with people in carts walking over them.
I'm assuming there's nothing like denotable remaining that like would
Not really, no. Like you'll find a minor rune or even just a little bit of stencil iconography here and there. But other than that, no, nothing.
Okay.
Destroyed and washed away. Unable to stand the test of time.
I need to be right back.
Do what you need to. Peering through, you guys actually make it a fair distance. You travel for a long ways, even on foot. And eventually you come to stop. There isn't too much room here to spread out because there's still traffic coming to and from these underground caves. So you set up on one side of them and hope for the best. A small fire, and you see as your guide pretty much just sits himself down and straightens his back along the curve of the cave. And he puts the tankard down and he closes his eyes and he tries to sleep. You're not sure why he tries to sleep, but you can see he's trying to force himself to sleep.
Apparently, I got to be right back as well. Sorry.
Do what you need. As it remains quiet for what you could only perceive as the night. There's a lot of noise in these caves. Echoing voices that carry down the length. Rumbling cart wheels. Bits and pieces of metal scraping stone. And you find why this guide, why he's trying to force himself to sleep. It's very loud in here, even in its own minor way. It's nearly impossible to find some sort of decent rest.
Um, is it just like a bunch of just ambient sound of like the
It's just an
traffic?
just ambient sound of traffic. Something you guys aren't used to.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say like Zorn was gonna try and make something, but I don't think I have the item that would be required.
as you all try your best to find yourselves
I'm back.
trying to find yourselves any respite here, it's difficult. You manage. While it isn't a comforting rest, it's a rest nonetheless. You tumble your way through it, and in what you can only hope is the morning, the guide. And the hell am I here? He looks around and he looks at you guys. Who are you?
You are our travel guide. We've been giving you alcohol because you said that you had a liquid map up in your noggin.
Make me a persuasion check.
But it's the truth.
Yes.
That's why it's
That's why it's
persuasion.
persuasion.
Okay, hold on. I gotta. Why didn't I have my dice out previously?
The math
For
pops.
shame. Shame on
That
you.
rolled on its side. That also rolled on its side.
That's always so weird hearing a d20 rolls onto its side.
Well, here's the thing. So where I'm rolling my mouse is right in between my mouse pad and my keyboard, so that way it doesn't fall on the floor. And it's
Why
either
do we got
getting
a
caught on my
dice box?
keyboard or it's getting caught on the dice mat.
See, I need a dice tray.
Yeah. All right, I got a 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. You do not seem to be malignant in any way. So I think
You're
I will
right.
take your word for it.
Yes.
Stares at you for a moment. And he taps his tankard. He looks over and sees it's empty. And you just see a heartbreaking face of sorrow.
There's more in the casket over there. Points at Naram's casket that he's been carrying.
Near him, you have a fully grown man kind of crawl over to you and hold his tankard out.
I mean, Nerum's just gonna carry the casket over and open the spigot, fill up the tankard.
The beautiful golden amber liquid.
Remind me later to buy myself a jug.
Well, doing so. Supping from this most foul of cup, our beloved guide has actually managed to get himself his courage back and his memory.
So he's like a completely different person.
I'm back.
So it would
Again.
seem.
He's a high functioning drunkard.
So it would seem.
And a low functioning person sober?
So it would seem.
I think this man needs some help after we're done here.
I do not need help. I just need my map and knowledge.
But you don't have that accent when you're sober there, buddy.
What do you mean? I always have this accent. This is how I was raised.
Did you guys see the accent shift on him, or was that just me?
It's like, don't worry about it.
If it ain't broke, nothing to fix.
if it ain't broken, it's nothing to fix. Says this about a high functioning drunk.
This party has some serious issues.
What was your first
You're
hint?
just noticing this?
Holy shit.
I mean, we started off with quite a bang.
Congratulations, you've realized you have eyes.
You realize we have problems.
You have sensory organs. Congratulations.
Wait, I have organs in my eyes? No, I'm joking.
Oh, God. You have eyes. And your eyes have eyes.
But are those eyes organs?
Moving on.
I'll
He
stop.
brings up his hand and he scratches his head. You are all very confusing.
Oh, that's something you'll get to know us real well about.
He slurps it and just starts walking, grabs his pack, and keeps moving.
Oh no, I just had a very horrible realization.
And what is that?
Do you think Rowan will turn out the same way once I tell him that ale is basically liquid bread?
Shh.
Keep it to yourself.
Almost like a corpse rising from the grave. You look over and see Rowan in his sleeping bag, and he slowly just rises.
It rises like bread.
You have
Clyde would just
awakened
go
I
the
heard
over
somebody
and-
say my name.
Clyde would go over and then just kind of like shove a piece of like baguette or something into Rowan's mouth.
As he stands up, like, I heard somebody say, as you just shove a piece of bread in his mouth.
Careful!
It's
He needs to
okay.
breathe!
Nah, man, he just breathes in the warm bread scent. He'll be fine. He then
Great.
kind of just
I'm
pats Rowan
I'm
on the
pretty
head and
sure
goes back
that
to
he
where
needs
was
something called
previously.
oxygen.
Wait, what's oxygen?
Some alchemist told me about it. It's like part of the air.
Great. Quick question.
Quick answer.
I don't know because I just got back. Have we stopped or are we still like moving?
You guys did stop earlier. This is you guys the day after. This is the morning after. Or since you're underground, you really don't know what time it is.
Okay.
All right. Once again, he stands up and he's leading you to where you really hope it's the right place. Unaware. As you pass through, it takes you guys almost what feels like a few hours. But you're not sure. You're not sure if it's minutes or hours or it just feels like hours. It's awkward. You're used to seeing the sun. Or even if being so, you're only used to being underground for short periods of time.
All right, new rule. Once we get up top, we got to get ourselves a watch.
Makes sense.
And then from there, we'll know if it's AM or PM. We just won't know if it's AM or PM, but at least we'll know the time. Right? There's some steampunk man out there who would be more than willing to give us a watch, I bet. Right?
Wait, steampunk?
I don't know. Wait, what's steampunk? We need a clock. What is a watch? Well, we know what a watch is. I'm gonna
This is just
shut
going
up now.
farther and farther downhill.
Clyde, stop breaking the fourth wall. What do you mean? I'm sorry. I'll stop.
What should we should probably just keep up with him, okay? So stop messing around with Rowan. I think it's a good idea. And I guess Zorm is gonna just try and keep up with the knowledgeable.
The knowledgeable, yes, knowledge.
Man.
As knowledgeable as he is, he leads you stoically and proudly. If he knows the right direction, you can't tell if he doesn't. Eventually coming through, you actually do find that some of these caves break off and they start splintering in different directions. And it almost becomes much like a spider web. And you see these jettisoning tubes that go off left and right, far
Is
off
the-
and filling the space around.
Is the big Spider-Man here?
Big spam.
They said it's like a spider web. It's just a confusing mass of cave systems.
But big Spider-Man.
No, big Spider-Man is not here.
Damn it.
Not unless you find a spider.
Actually, creep. As they're going down the caves and stuff, I have to say this for the meme, but is there any shiny rocks that we pass by?
No. No shiny rocks down here. All of those have already been looted.
All right.
Can I look for a spider?
You may make an investigation check.
I got a 10.
No. Sadly, no
No?
spiders.
No
99
spider? No
bottles of
scooter?
beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer.
Take one down.
That's literally
pass
what's
it
happening with
around.
this man. Is just adding more beer to his or knowledge to his flask tankard.
Well, it's even starting to become rather ritualistic, as he'll lead you on for a few, and then he'll stop and he'll look at his tankard. It'll be empty. And he'll pick it up and you'll see a couple of drops come out, and you just see the distraught fear in his face. And you fill it back up once again.
Are we bad people for
And he stoically
continuing to
keeps
give
marching
him
on.
this?
I feel like we are, but I don't know.
I feel like we're bad people because we're enabling him.
I mean, he's enabling himself.
But we're carrying what he's enabling himself with.
I mean, I have my bovine wine still, so not like we haven't carried alcohol before.
That's not the point.
What is the point?
He gets sad and distraught when he runs out of his drink. And I don't think this man brought any water with him.
No, there's water and ale.
What?
There is water in ale.
Yeah, but it's not pure
Grape.
water.
Grape, please don't promote the idea of hydrating with beer. That is not healthy.
My character is.
Mhm. I'm feeling a little thirsty.
See, I would say, feel a little thirsty, go drink Aquafina. Just drink something. Just don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is for partying.
Yeah,
And partying is something that nerds don't do.
Also, don't drink Dasani.
I'll just
no.
I'll just
Dasani,
go
no.
grab some H2O too.
No Dasani. That's
No.
pool cleaner.
Hold up. H2O2 is. You know what? I'll let that slide. But anyway. Eventually leading through, I mean, it becomes a weird, just droning sensation. You'll stop and get up and sleep. And you're only doing so when you're starting to feel tired, whether that be after a long march or even a short one. So time becomes very quickly unknown to you. Your innate senses are trying to find themselves connected to something, but they're lost.
Lost to what?
Exactly. Eventually, one of the caves that you're following opens up into another cavern. Small, maybe only about 20 feet in height and about 30 in width. So that would be 11 meters by, I believe, 15. Let me check. Sorry, so that'd be 6 meters by 9 meters. Keep forgetting how much of a distance there actually is. There is. But anyway, it's a relatively lofty room. And as you look around, you do see that there are, you can only tell, old buildings bashed into the walls, built on top of each other like stacks. You can see that what might have once been proud standing stone structures are rubble. Some of them, maybe about one or two of the higher echelons, are still there, but most of them are destroyed. You see what looks to be a soft black smoke rising from one of the still livable houses. Looks to be a cooking fire. You currently see a couple of guards, or bandits, you don't know which, are currently hiding out on top of this little building. Gentle singing and talking coming from it like a party celebration.
Should we stop in and fuel up?
Do you think it's a good idea? What's everyone else thinking?
Well, I just shared my opinion.
Well, I'm kind of trying to hear what everyone else is trying to say. Niram, Volus, what do you think? Niram, Volus.
I'm here. I'm just
Yes.
kind of, you know.
He listens.
Yeah, I listen, but I don't really have ideas. Isn't that like kind of your deal?
Everyone is allowed to have ideas.
Yeah,
Y'all say that, but a couple of my ideas led to people, being almost cleaved in half, or
Shh, it's fine. That's behind us now. This is
all
your
right.
moment to shine.
No. No, no. Uh-oh. Nuh-uh. Never mind. I'm just gonna. He just like kind of waddles into like he just kind of falls behind the party a bit.
No.
You
Come
do
on.
the
Come
work.
on. Share.
You
Nope.
got ideas. You've had many good ideas.
Like what? Burning a half our ship? I'm trying to make what? Fucking basically cereal.
You know what? You couldn't help that you sneezed.
I'm a freaking blue dragonborn. I don't even breathe flames.
Wait till he finds out that lightning is basically a different form of fire.
Wait, what?
Rowan would just be standing there chewing on bread. I'm glad you're idiots.
No beer for you. Clyde
Well,
said,
I
just kind of
need
like
bread.
looking at Rowan.
His mouth half partially full. Well, I just need bread.
Yeah, that includes solid beer. Just yoinks the bread.
It's
You just see the
Did you
mixture of the mixture of pain and anger that swirls in him.
Did you just call bread solid beer?
Yes.
Why?
Because I
Rowan's
thought it'd be
eyes
funny.
slowly track like a gun turret over towards you, Nero, and his hand is curling
Clyde
up.
would immediately like take some bread out of his bag and just kind of like shove it in Rowan's mouth like a pacifier.
Sometimes you need to be assertive, Clyde. Can't just keep spoiling him.
He
Look,
crunches
man.
down on it and he starts walking off again.
Look, I'd rather have him be pacified than that fiasco that we had to deal with.
Oh, come on. Just,
We
get
are
the
in a
harmonica
strange
again.
place with people that want to kill us.
Isn't that like every place?
Yes, but down here, if we can't see the sun, I'd much rather die where I can see the sun.
You got a point.
Say Nero and Volus make me a perception check.
I'd rather naturally decompose than be.
Oh, that's cocked. Okay. Oh, thanks. That's a 19 from Nerem.
Okay.
I don't know where
And
Volus is.
Volus?
I got 17.
You guys look over. And even though you're having this discussion, you actually see standing there at the mouth of this new opening where you're trying to pass through this large cavern. He's still standing there. And you see his tankard in hand, but he's not sipping from it. He's currently just rubbing it along the base of his lip, as his eyes are currently flipping from left to right. It looks to be a path that's split. A literal two-pronged fork in the road.
Should we split the party?
No.
Nothing good ever comes of that.
Should
Something
we
matter?
split the party? No.
No, what we should do is open the spigot.
But no, I mean his tankard's still full. That's the problem.
Oh, god damn
You
it.
see as he's rubbing the bottom of his lip. It's not that he's lost. He looks confused.
What's wrong there, buddy? Clyde kind of says, going over and he was gonna put his hand on the man's shoulder, but then he forgot, this man is really tall and he's really short, so he can't exactly just, put his hand on the shoulder. So he went to do it and then immediately put his hand back down on his side.
Okay.
What's wrong there, buddy pal of mine? Hello?
No, I hear it. Just thinking through. He looks back at you.
Mm-hmm.
There is a problem. His
Yes.
path did not split like this before.
Mm-hmm.
Something has changed. And if I take the wrong path, we might find ourselves within the jowls of a creature.
Okay, well, when you did used to walk this path, what side did you lean towards more when walking it?
Normally you would go straight. Now it is not straight.
We make our own path. Someone get bombs.
Can I take a look to see which path looks newer or older?
You aren't a dwarf, so it's going to be a bit difficult.
I'm not a dwarf, but
So,
I'm just trying to see if
go
there's
ahead and make
anything-
me a wisdom check.
I might not be a dwarf, but I'm just trying to see if anything seems more disturbed than the other.
I'll say at disadvantage for right now.
Clyde's gonna go look for bombs.
So this is a wisdom check, you said?
Yes, straight
So
wisdom.
the first roll is a 17. Second roll is a 20, so 17.
With that, you think your way through it. There really isn't too much to see here. Your eyes are good at picking out bits and pieces of magical or even just otherworldly natures, but natural stone just is not your forte. However, it looks like both tunnels have markings of being crawled through by some spiked thing. Whether it's a creature or a beast, you're not sure, but it's something.
Could Clyde take a look?
You can try, but it's still going to be a disadvantage.
First roll is a 6. Nat 1.
No, you have absolutely no idea.
I just faceplant.
Do do the spiked creature path thing look like do they look like they are going in a specific direction or no?
Looks like it's both coming and going.
Okay.
So, from what you can tell, no, they're not going in a specific direction.
All right. Yeah, I can't tell anything. Both look equally traveled.
I have an idea. Clyde would go to pick up 2 pebbles of some kind.
Mhm.
Do I find 2 pebbles? Great.
Yeah, it'd be easy enough to find a couple of pebbles.
Okay, we throw one to the left and we throw one to the right as hard as we can. What happens?
It's a good question. What does happen? All right. Go ahead, and since you're throwing it, make me
Strength?
just make me a general strength check.
All right, for the left, we got an 18, and for the right, we also got an 18.
Okay.
And then with the strength bonus, I don't have any strength bonuses, so never mind.
From what you can tell, as you throw them down, you just bounce down both caves equally. Nothing really seems to be an issue or a chain.
Do we have something bigger than a pebble that I can throw?
Ryoka has a dart that returns.
Ryoka. Clyde looks to Ryoka like, Ryoka, send your dart
Yes.
to the left, call it back, then shoot it down the right, and then call it back. I want to see what happens.
What if we just go down the left tunnel?
No. Not yet. Pretty please. He'd kind of like look at her and like bat his eyelashes.
Fine.
Thank you.
Runaway die.
Runaway dice. No.
Yeah, you see it as Ryoka sings down the tunnel and it. Hear what sounds like a very deep kind of a. From down the left.
Call it back. Call it back. Call it back.
No. Dart returns back to Rand. Oh, fuck's sake. 1 second. Get rid of. /skip. Skip. Skip. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care about that. but you hear this just deep, resounding groan that comes down from the left. And he sees he looks over.
Mm-hmm.
To the right. And he starts walking down the right.
No, Ryoka. Shoot it down the right now.
Oh, he's already said we're going down the right. I'd much rather go down the right than with the left. So,
All right, let's go then.
If we encounter something, we encounter something. We'll deal with it. Hopefully.
Yep.
hopefully,
let's
yes.
go.
All right. Stomping down the left, you guys make your way through. And there's a soft rumbling. Not coming from under your feet, but it seems to be coming from the walls beside and above you. Just rumbling. God looks back. Do not worry about those. Those are from the geysers above. They cannot harm us down here. They do not choose to walk.
How do you know they can't hurt us down here?
Because they do not choose to walk. They choose to ice.
Huh. An interesting thing to learn.
The geysers around here have a particular taste. So you do not find them down here. They're always above. They prefer the cold. Indeed. Sips from his tankard once again and keeps walking.
I guess we follow.
I think, yeah. I think the best thing is that we have to just follow. Gotta readjust.
As you march your way down, it takes about another few hours. And again, of that, you're not even sure. But you actually come across a pretty gruesome sight. But you run into the smell first. It smells bloody. The tang of iron and rust in the air. Acrid.
Oh no, there was a massacre.
As you come by and keep pressing forward, you guys find a caravan. Though not functional anymore. You see torn in the side and near. Let me see if I can draw it up. Essentially, as the tunnel comes by, the caravan takes up the center of it. However, there seems to just be a giant rupture in the base of the floor that comes up almost like a portal. That ruptures out, and it looks like another tunnel that's opened up and goes further down underground instead of following the flat plane that you guys have been doing. The caravan itself looks to have been 3 carts. Carts are pretty much destroyed. The wheels are just shattered and broken. The animals have been slaughtered. However, all of the equipment and everything else is gone. The corpses around, there's maybe about 8 or 9. Barely a fourth of what these caravans normally carry. You see, each one of these guys have been eviscerated by some sort of very lethal sort of blade.
Well, that's terrifying.
Let's see. Do you guys know? Would any of you know what this is? Actually, Niram, you might have an experience with this. Make me a, I'll say, wisdom check here.
Oh, jeez. Well, at least it's a straight roll. Oh, that's a 2. Never mind. No experience at all.
Can I try and roll?
No, you wouldn't know what this is.
Okay.
Niram, you're familiar with these kind of blade marks. However, you just don't know who might be wielding them down here. I mean, you've seen these before. You just never run into their owners.
Hmm.
So it irks you.
Oh, great. Always lovely to hear.
The guide, he walks over, looks down the tunnel, and spits down it and keeps walking. And you hear him mumble something in his native tongue.
I love it when they speak in different tongues. It's just like the speaking trees.
Nobody wants to ask what that was.
Yeah,
Keep on right on going.
I was kind of like, is anyone else gonna ask, or am I gonna be the one to ask?
I want to cast Comprehend Language, but I don't think I know it.
Comprehend language does not work on spoken languages. Comprehend languages works on written languages.
Well, that's why we need Cast Illusion.
Do you know what that was?
Something that happens all too common down here.
Which is...
You just hear him say something that you don't understand, but it sounds like he says something like Jokai. In your tongue, drow.
Oh.
The bastards are always coming through the walls. They have slaves of those fucking pale dwarves. And they come through. And when they do, there's nothing you can do but pray. The gods do not answer you down here.
Right. Forgot those people were a thing. Well, Zoram is gonna just kind of stick a little bit closer to the group, just so that way he doesn't get caught out.
You guys leave behind the combat site. Give me a marching order here. Who's in the front? Who's in the back?
I wish to be in the back.
Clyde's near the guide.
I guess Zorm is either second or third.
So we have Zoram, we have Roman, Zoram, Volus in the back.
I guess Naram's going to be somewhere close to the top. Not quite point, but close to the front.
We have Ryoko holding in the back, And we'll have Clyde pulling up the center. Is that good, Clyde?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, so let's go. Just for the sake of this, just so you guys can see what's going on. There's a cart here that's been turned over and destroyed. Cart here, half sunken into it. It's not, or sunk in half there. And the third one is up ahead. And it's a long slim cart. This here. I believe his model didn't save, so that's always so much fun. Down, down, ba, ba, da. And yes, well, you guys might not have asked. This kind of tells you this. This man's name is Pierre.
PL.
As you're marching forward, Zorm, you hear something.
Row.
It sounds like claw digging into wood. And you're going to turn around and look and see what looks to be something gray-skinned. Pale, white eyes that have no iris. Hair that's a mat of the sickly grease.
Do I recognize this thing from any descriptors?
No. But it's pretty close to Vullis.
Oh, Lord.
And you actually start seeing as another creature skitters up to the side, and it skitters like a spider walking on all fours. Human. And it skitters across and stands there on the other side of the tunnel.
Volus, it looks like you've made a few friends.
They don't like these new friends. Can I get new ones?
As you guys are making commotion in the back, here's going to come up and he's actually going to tap you on the shoulder near him. Watch your back, these drow come from both sides. And he actually is going to draw his own sword.
All right. Ah, boy. Guess now I'm just gonna put the tankard like somewhere. Or I guess.
Pierre does not just fight with a sword. He fights with a tankard in one hand and the sword in the other.
Oh.
Just for reference here.
I hope that tankard's made out of metal.
I don't know. Can I hold the casket with one arm and just fight with my longsword in the other? Like with one hand.
Not with your greatsword.
Well, not the greatsword. I have a longsword as well.
Your longsword, yes, you could. It'd be difficult, but you could do it.
All right. Well, guess Naram's gonna take out his longsword then. At least it's got a silvered edge.
So I need to go ahead. Why the fuck do my models not save? Ah! I'm sorry about this. I just need to go ahead and copy a couple of things. A moment. Go there. Copy. Paste. 2, 3, and then I need. I'll just use these for reference because. See. Essentially, these white creatures that are skittering up and down up on the sides of the walls, these things are almost bone-like. You see as they're twisted and almost malnourished flesh. They look as insidious as they sound. The sounds they make almost like that of a spider chittering and cracking out. Go ahead creature. 1, 2. We have our drow that appears over here coming out of the tunnel. And as he's starting to come out, and this is a male drow, and you can see that the face is pretty much uncovered with a single slit coming down the helmet that pretty much provides the bridge of the nose with protection. It comes up, and you see as he's wielding what looks to be a very intricate, long, curved sword, but you see it's lacerated and pointing out in many of the different edges. It is a visceral weapon. Niram, behind you actually see as you turn back around to face the front that just down the tunnel, there look to be a few more of these drow that are coming down. It looks like they were hiding within the stonework.
Fuck.
Then we have these guys coming tunnels. Alright, so we have warriors. So, as they start spooling out into it, you actually see as this drow comes out, the male one speaks. Not in a language you know, but it definitely sounds close to what Pierre speaks. And eventually you hear Pierre just immediately start pretty much shouting back at the other one. To the extent of, you can understand that the drow is probably saying, surrender your weapons. And you see Pierre points his sword at him. You can surrender my dick into your mother. That's essentially what he says.
Oh, lovely.
Sorry. I just...
But I will need all of you to go ahead and roll me initiative.
Oh boy, combat! Haven't had that in a while.
Oh god, what is my initiative?
Dex bonus.
Dexterity.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
14.
because you guys have been managing to avoid combat. This time you guys walked right into a trap.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Oh, not bad at all. I mean, drow, they're not hard to kill. You can kill them. They really want to kill you.
Yeah. Wait,
All right.
are we going off by segments of 5?
At the usual, yes. So, 25 to 20.
20.
Okay, 20 with Soren. We then have 20 to 15.
17 for Nerem.
17
I got
Nero.
20. I got 22. Wait,
Oh, for the love of God! I said 25 to 20.
I didn't hear you.
Have you tried not being deaf?
All right.
Yes, I've tried.
Nero. 15 to 10. Oh God, what did? All right, what'd you get, Clyde?
I got a 14.
14. All right. So Ryoka has, believe it or not, an 8. Then we have Rowan. Ooh, not bad. That is a 19. All right. And Pierre, let's see. What is he doing? Yeah, he's going dead last.
Gotta
All
save
right.
the best for last.
Yep. So, top of the round, we currently have Volus. Volus, believe it or not, you've managed to outpace the drow. What would you like to do? Is currently you are right in the middle of the closest, as these creatures are currently hissing and they skitter very quick.
I'm concerned of what that roll was for. You know,
You may be concerned about it if you want.
I'm gonna start off strong and actually do a. Hold up, I need to see numbers here. 5, 10, 15. So I will only hit those two. I'm gonna do Scorching Ray.
Okay. And I believe Scorching Ray gives you 3 beams of fire. So where would you like to send those?
One at the creature and 2 at this drow assassin that's next to the creature.
Okay, so 2 at the assassin. Technically, he would actually have half cover to you, so his AC is improved because he's just coming out and the cart is giving him cover.
All right. But the creature's fine, right?
Yeah, creature is way out in the open. They don't care about themselves.
All right. Let's see. For the creature, 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits. You can roll me some damage.
10.
Misses. Oh, damage.
Yes.
Got it. Thank
Oh.
you.
And for the that is a 18 and a 23.
18 misses because of the half cover bonus. And your the other one hits though.
That's 11.
All right. So immediately, as you see all of these drow coming out, you see as the male one immediately points the sword and pretty much commands you to put your weapons down because they don't want to fight. They're just going to take you. And then Pierre answers for you. You immediately put your hands together in a bunch of runic fashions and immediately cast out what seem to be 3 rays of petulant burning light. Immediately, the first one sings right into the pretty much chest of this creature that howls in a chittering scream. And the drow, well, the drow is. You can hear him making a pained noise, but it doesn't hurt him as much.
And for my bonus, I'll simply drop my dagger.
All right, you immediately draw that out. All right, next is the creatures. These things move fast. So this one skitters over top of this and immediately gets close to you and is currently staying in the back of the cart. And you see as it brings its hand out is a clawed, just machination of bone. You see the flesh has been removed from the tips of the fingers and the bones have been sharpened into claw-like machinations. And it brings its claws out and
tasty.
tries to come at you. That is a 16 to hit. Bullis?
16 to hit. Let me check. No, misses.
All right. Next attack. That is 17.
Meets a pizza, so yeah.
All right. So you take 9 points of piercing damage as this second claw comes through and hits you right in the chest, and you feel these spiked bones just immediately rip in and tear out of your chest, and it hurts to high hell. Drow weapons are meant to cause pain. All right, so that's that one. This one's going to get around 5, 10, 35. He's going to get right into the group here. And he's going to make an attack on Rowan and Clyde. So, Clyde, that is a 17 to hit.
Oh god, where do I find my AC again? It hits.
Okay. And then on Rowan, no, that misses. So immediately, as this creature skitters over towards you, I mean, it's quite literally just watching a human crawl like a spider, and it chitters its way towards you. As it sends its claws forward, you're just so disgusted and vilely removed from the horror of it that its claw comes right across and stabs you right in the thigh.
Owie.
I take 9 points of piercing damage.
9?
Yes, 9. It could be worse. However, as the next one comes across, Rowan just manages to pull his sword out and block the hand, and you actually hear the sound of metal meeting bone, and it creates a disgusting sound that echoes off of the stone here. All right, after that, we then have Zoram. Zoram, what would you like to do? Is you now have a creature that smells of vile pestilence and blood that is currently just seeping in front of you, and is just torn a piece of flesh out of Clyde's leg.
What I would like to do is not really screws with me there, with him being there. How bad does Rowan look hurt?
Rowan did not get hurt too badly. He didn't get hit at all. Clyde is the one that got hurt. Clyde
Took
looks like they
9
just got a
points of
chunk kind of pulled
damage.
out of his leg, but it'll be okay.
Okay.
There's just some blood.
Tis only a flesh wound.
Exactly.
Tis only a flesh wound. Your arm is off.
I'm gonna do a ray of sickness.
Okay, on which?
I'm gonna do it on the Drow Warrior.
Okay, this one in the back. All right. Say
Yeah.
he is number 3. Drow number 3. And he needs to make a con save, I believe. Correct?
If I hit him.
Okay, go ahead and make the hit. To you, he would have half cover, so his AC is improved.
So that is 26 to hit.
That still hits. Go ahead and make me some damage.
Just gonna quickly make sure that I'm reading this right. I'm trying to grab my dice here. It's hard to grab the d8s.
Grab them and seize them. Seize them
Seize
like the communists did this means of production.
And he has to make, a con save.
Con save, all right. Okay, that is a 14.
He is considered poisoned, meaning he has disadvantage.
These drow cannot be poisoned due to their household.
Ah. Well, he still ends up taking...
Yeah, but how much poison damage? Because he cannot be poisoned, but he can still take the damage, which is weird.
Yeah,
but he can still take poison damage.
Just checking something here because I have a thing here. Plus my intelligence modifier, so he takes 8, 6, 5, so sorry, I'm having issues here. 14, 19 points of poison damage.
19 points of poison damage. Immediately, as it socks him right in the chest, the magic enters into a portion of his shoulder, and you immediately watch as it just seems to slouch over. And you see as this purplish blood immediately just spews over the side and cakes a good portion of the stonework. And immediately just brings his mouth, brings up his hand and wipes his mouth.
I don't think I have anything that I can use as a bonus action. Yeah, I don't have anything right now that I can use as a bonus action.
If you'd like to draw a weapon, you can, like a dagger or so. Drawing a dagger actually doesn't impede your casting ability. If you have a dagger.
No, I have a quarterstaff I can probably pull out. I think that's a one-handed.
Okay. Quarterstaff? Oh, hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Okay, then I don't have anything.
Quarterstaff is essentially a tall walking stick that's been reinforced.
Okay,
so no, that's going to stop your casting.
Then I don't have anything that I can use. Pull out.
So after Zorm, we then have Rowan. Rowan is immediately going to see what the hell is going on. He does not like this. You know what? He just sees that Clyde just got a piece of him ripped out. So he's going to turn around and you know what? He's going to bring out the bagpipes and blow a note before finally flipping it around. And through one of the holes, you actually see as one of the pipes blows out a blast of lightning. As he's casting Lightning Bolt.
Lightning Bolt.
That's going to be a save on the dex. So this is going to be a couple of 6. So this is 3 6. So 5, 6, 7, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24. That's 24. Halved is 12. So immediately as this cacophonous sound of a lightning bolt echoes through and the thunder explodes and ricochets off of the just stone around. Immediately it ruptures into this little creature and it hurts a lot. Things don't seem to be very strong. As it immediately looks to be pretty much hurt through here. As Rowan does that, he's going to look over, and for a bonus action, he's going to go ahead and inspire Niram.
All right.
After that, we then have our drow over here. This one here is going to go ahead and shoot Ryoka. That hits. That's 18, 19, 21. That's 21. Does she want to try and catch the missile?
Missile.
No, it's too high. It's too high above her. Too high above her AC. Yeah, it's considered a missile. You know, when things are fired, they are considered a missile in D&D, and it can be grabbed out of the air by a monk and sent back.
Fun.
If they miss. All right, so Ryoka needs to go ahead and make me con save. Fails. Jesus Christ. All right, so she takes 4 points of piercing damage, 2 points of poison damage, and she is blinded. So all of a sudden the lights just go out for Ryoka. Second assassin here is going to go ahead and try shooting Volus, as Volus just shot pretty much his compatriots. That's a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Make me a con save, please. That is 3 points of piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage, 6 in total.
19.
That saves. You feel something stitch you right in the center of your ribs, and you look down and see there's a little bolt from a hand crossbow sticking out of them. And you tear it out, and you actually see the barbed little bolts that stick on the end of it as you just tear it out. You feel the poison already courses through you, and you just manage to, through the essence of pain, keep yourself from feeling this poison. All right. So, going through. After that, we then have Niram. Niram, what would you like to do? Is you currently have 2 targets behind you, and everybody else is currently dealing with what's in front of you.
Niram's just gonna put the casket besides our guide.
Okay, you set it down beside him.
Just goes, "He'll be fine with this, right?" Points to to Drow, like at our back.
He'll shrug, and he'll go ahead and he will down his liquid courage, and he's ready to fight.
Because at that moment, Niram will go into a rage for his bonus action.
Okay, bonus action rage.
He will storm the nearest target and immediately go for 2 reckless attacks.
All right, so you get right beside the creature who currently is. I mean, you see these wretched bone-like claws that protrude out of the hands that have been scalped away, and you just look down at him, and you don't even pity what's coming next. Go ahead and make me your 2 melee attacks.
Yep, these are going to be two-handed.
Reckless.
Yeah, reckless.
Are you using your greatsword or your longsword?
I'm using my longsword.
Got it.
Okay, so the first one is going to be a 14.
14 just misses.
I am going to use my inspiration then.
Go for it.
That is going to be a D8. Okay, let me reroll then because I used a D6. That is still the same number, so that's a 5.
All right, so you add 5 to that, so that definitely hits. Go ahead.
All right.
Make me some damage.
That is going to be a D. Oh wait, that is that is a percentile. I'm very sorry. I should have.
If you were doing percent health damage, we'd have a problem.
Oh yeah, we'd be having a big problem at that point. What are my D10s? There we go.
If somebody's doing percent health in D&D, you know you fucked with the DM too much.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's 7 plus 3 for strength plus 2 for rage, which would be 12 for the first hit.
Yeah, 12. You immediately bring the sword down and cleave into this creature. It tries to bring its hands up to protect itself, but it's not fast enough at all. And you just bring it right down. You actually chop a few of the fingers off before it implants itself into its chest. Go ahead and make me your second attack.
Hit number 2 on the backstroke. We get, oh boy, that is a 24.
That hits. Go ahead and make me some damage.
All right, let's see. This time, not quite as spectacular, so we're going to be at 9 damage for this.
9. That's going to be enough. These are pretty weak creatures. They're just meant to be cannon fodder. So immediately as you bring it through, you tear the sword out of its chest, and you just immediately plunge it through. You stab, and it goes into the chest and out the back. And you just rip upwards, and you cleave it from shoulder to neck in half.
All right.
Does that end your turn?
That ends my turn, indeed.
All right, next up is going to be the warriors. Pierre is facing these guys alone. So that's going to be 10.
Wait, I never got my turn. And I don't think
right.
Rowan went either.
No, Rowan did go.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What'd you get?
I got a 14.
No, you go actually. Yeah, you would go right after Niram. So, apologies. You go right after there. I didn't hear your call. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, Clyde. Now you're set. Continue.
Okay. Because I'm watching on the Twitch stream, can someone please just zoom in a little to
Someone? You mean the one person who actually controls the footage?
Yes.
Can someone zoom in? You mean me?
Is this better, or do you want me to zoom in even more, or open the stream on Discord?
More.
All right, let me zoom in a little bit more. It's gonna be a bit weird though, because if I zoom in too much, you won't be able to see this last Drow warrior over here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna be.
And which one is Clyde?
Clyde should be that the figure that is lifted up.
Mm-hmm. Clyde is going to I want to just give inspiration to the party by continuing to play and just be like the battle bard that he is, but I don't think we can do that just yet.
Well, you can inspire somebody as a bonus action.
Just not the entire party.
All right, we'll take out the French horn as and kind of just play a small tune and try to inspire Pierre, right?
All right, you're inspiring Pierre.
Yeah, inspire Mr. Pierre, and then we will put the French horn away, and we will take out our short sword, and we will go help him and just kind of stab someone.
All right, you're gonna try and help Pierre. All right, so the bard is taking to melee combat. You'll get up beside Pierre with your sword ready.
Yeah, we'll go join Pierre.
You do have an action. You can.
Yeah, we go and stab one of the drow. Bless you.
If you go up and stab one of them, these drow are much better at hand-to-hand combat than you are.
Can we stab and then retreat?
You're not a rogue.
If you wanted to,
try.
you could. Let's see. Oh, come on, where the fuck are you? Bard's not have. I mean, Bard should have a. Where are your fucking damage spells? You could do Crown of Madness. You could do Cloud of Daggers. You don't have your spell list set up, do you?
I have Dancing Lights, Vicious Mockery, Minor Illusion, Charm Person, Comprehend Language, Healing Word, Cure Wound, Feather Falling, Detect Thought, Silent, Zone of Truth.
We need to tell you about how you can swip spells out whenever you're when you have a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Moving
Well, I
on.
mean, these are the spells that I know.
That you want to keep? Okay. No. All right. We'll talk about it later. Moving on. So,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I guess we'll cast Minor Illusion then on one of the two drow that Bjorn's on, and let's just go ahead and say that if they have any specific one that they care about, that's the thing that appears in front of them. I don't know how this works.
What kind of illusion are you putting in their face?
A loved one,
A loved one in front of a drow.
if they have one.
No, the drow is not stopped in any means. It's just confused for a moment as they
Good.
see you.
That's a good enough
As
distraction.
you hum for a moment and cast out this spell, the picture of a spider appears in front of it, and the drow's what? And then continues moving forward.
Oh, perfect. You like spiders too.
All right. So, moving on from there, Clyde, is your momentary confusion of these drow warriors. I'll say for the sake of it, sure. He's momentarily confused.
Yay.
So while he attacks you, he will attack with a disadvantage. All right. Now we have the warriors. So he's up here. He's a bit confused. He doesn't know what's going on. He has one of those vicious swords in his hand, but he's going to go try and throw a dagger at Pierre. Doing it at a disadvantage. Which is good because I rolled pretty high on that. So the dagger immediately tanks out and misses. All right, and then the other draw is going to be a magic, so that's 30. He's coming up here. He's going to do the same thing. This time he's going to throw it at Pierre because he seems to be the biggest issue here. That will hit. And Pierre takes 5 points of piercing damage. As Clyde, you look over and just see Pierre get hit right in the shoulder by a knife.
No, Pierre!
And you currently see as he's stumbling his way through it, and he looks down at it and just he hicks up. And he looks back at them, and he still has his sword out. All right. Drow warriors. We then pick up with you, so 20. So he's getting right in front of you, Volus, and this is not going to be too. All right, Volus. That is a 19 to hit.
It's
17 to hit.
It's
All right. So I need. All right. You take 7 points of piercing damage as the short, curved sword rips across your torso, and you take an additional 3 points of force damage as you feel something just magically tear open your flesh as the sword comes across. And the second attack, you take 5 points of piercing damage, plus an additional 3 points of force damage again, as he is just currently wrapping his sword across your chest and torso. You can see why the corpses behind you are like that. As you feel the sting of blood and the sanguine feeling of everything just dripping down your torso. I mean, it hurts to high hell. All right. After the drow over here, we then have Ryoka, who is blinded. She's going to go ahead and do with what she last saw, and she's going to try and throw a dart at the thing on top of it. Disadvantage because you can't see it. Holy shit, she still hits it. That is 8 points of piercing damage as this dart immediately imprints itself onto this creature. And it's not looking too good at all. This creature is definitely looking hurt as the dart pulls itself out of its chest. You guys immediately it wants to retreat, but it can't because its masters are behind it. All right. After Ryoka is then Pierre. Pierre is going to go ahead and 5'10". And he's actually going to go ahead and speak Undercommon to this thing. I don't think any of you know Undercommon. And first attack is going to miss. The second attack is going to make its way through. The first attack carves through, and this drow brings their sword up, and immediately the unmusical clang of steel ricochets off of each other. Pierre then rips the blade out and stabs forward and manages to carve a small portion of the drow's torso. And he deals, since he's using it one hand, D8. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 points of slashing damage. Plus 3 points of psychic damage. All right. After Pierre at the bottom, we have Bullis back at the top. What are you doing? As currently you just got pretty much torn apart.
Oh, he very much is. So I am going to what was it called? Misty Step,
Okay, where are you Mr. Stepping?
right behind Narum.
All right.
And I still have vision, so I am going to also cast another Scorching Ray at third level.
Okay, go for it.
One to the creature, but all the rest are going to the Drow Warrior.
Okay, so 1 towards the creature and 2 towards the warrior. Go for it.
3. I believe it also adds, additional ray. So
Okay, so you're casting at a higher level. So 3 at the warrior, 1 at the creature. Got it.
The creature, 24.
24 hits.
8 damage.
Okay. 8 damage. That puts it out of its misery. It's dead.
19 for the first one.
19 just hits.
Okay. Another 19.
Just hits.
And a critical for 26.
Okay.
Let me roll damage. 11 plus 7, so 18 plus another 10, so that's 28 damage.
Okay. So math at the moment. So immediately these bolts are coming out and smacking him in the chest. It almost pops the creature's head like a small water balloon. You hit it with the flame, and you actually hear what sounds like a small pop, which is actually its eye exploding because of the heat. And then the Drow Warrior, he takes it like a champ. He still hurts. As you can see, the flame just washes over his body, and he's still going forward. All right. Is that going to end your turn?
Yes, it will.
All right. Now that the creatures are out, the creatures no longer have any relevance here. They are dead and out. Zoran, what are you doing?
Seeing how this guy was messing Volus up a bunch, he's gonna start like marching towards this Drow warrior. And he's gonna like let out this like low rumble and just release a lightning breath on him.
Okay, deck save, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Natural 20. So he takes half damage, I believe.
Yes. Half damage of 2d10. I'm having issues grabbing a second dice here. Oh, my goodness. Get over here. So that is 19 points of lightning damage.
Okay, and that's halved, correct?
Yes.
All right. Already halved, or do I need to have it?
You have to have it.
So that'd be
So-
10
Okay,
points
so
halved.
half of
10,
that, yeah,
10.
that'd be 10 points. That's what I was asking. Is that halved
Oh,
already,
okay.
or is it not? Okay. So that would be 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And
So
like
this
he's just staring down this drow.
Drow's looking real hurt. Yeah, he's not looking happy at all, and he's starting to bleed, and the outside of his flesh and the armor is tattered and burning and smoldering. Does that end your turn, Zorm?
Yes, because I don't have a bonus action spell. Yeah, I don't have a bonus action spell, so I can't do anything.
All right. So that ends Zoram. Now Rowan and our assassins. All right. So from Rowan. Okay, let's see. He's actually gonna try and use Tasha's hideous laughter on the drow, which succeeds. And immediately Rowan points his hand out and says, "Hey, you! Guess what I did? What? I tied my shoe." And for some reason, the drow just starts cackling horribly. And I mean, it's a disgusting laughter at an even worse joke. That isn't even a joke.
He's the master of anti-humor.
Yes. And the drow just immediately falls over onto the ground, just laughing. He's now prone. And he's going to go ahead for his bonus action. He's going to go ahead and inspire Pierre. Actually, no. He's going to inspire Clyde, because Pierre's already inspired. Next up is the assassins. It's going to be one attack onto... Actually, no. You know what? Yeah, the assassin's going to get a shot. He's going to skirt around the outside of this cart. He's going to get a shot on you. Bullis.
Yes.
That's a 19 hit.
It hits.
And then they're actually going to try and attack you, Zoram. That is a 23, 19.
That definitely hits.
So this is going to go ahead and be on to you. This be Vullis. I need you to make me a con save. This is 5 points of, or take 8 points of piercing
And I'm already
damage.
down. I'm already down.
Oh, so you're unconscious? So you're
Yep.
automatically poisoned. Sorry, not poisoned, blinded. So, Volus, you're taken down. Niram, just as the apparition of smoke and mist appears behind you, you hear a and you turn around and see Volus immediately just kind of lays himself against the side of the cavern wall and is starting to slowly grind down.
You chose the worst time to fall asleep.
And then on to you, Zoram. That is 6 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 2 points of force damage.
Force damage. Okay, so 6 and 4.
Sorry, poison. Not these aren't the bladed weapons. These are. So I need you to make a con save. Sorry, poison damage. Apologies.
Well, that is 23.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Don't even worry.
I'm just needing to. So you said 6 and 4.
I took 6 points of piercing damage
Mm-hmm.
and 2 points of poison damage.
Okay, 2 points of poison. So
All right. These assassins
Yeah.
are actually doing their
I'm
jobs.
at like one of those weird healths, so it's like you have
No,
to
you're
kinda
good.
do the math.
I understand. Then after the assassins, we have Niram. Niram, you're up as you turn around and currently see that bleeding out is Volus behind you.
Just to refresh myself, is administering a potion an action or a bonus action?
To give it to someone is an action. To give it to yourself is a bonus action.
All right. Naram's
But
just gonna
you
look
do
at.
have-
He's just gonna look at Rowan and bark, "Heal him," and he's just gonna, I'm sorry, Clyde, for doing this, but he is gonna go up to that drow warrior, and yeah, I think it's time to beat some face in.
Smack him.
Yep. First attack, reckless, as before, and versatile. So I am going to use it two-handed.
Go for it.
That is a 20, 30, not natural.
That hits.
All right. Let's see.
Well,
Oh,
actually, no.
boy.
You're whirling at advantage since he's prone. So.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Double advantage.
Yeah,
Execution.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still gonna be what 8 plus 2 plus 3, so 13 damage from that one hit.
13. It's just enough. He's down. You bring his
All
sword
right.
down and cleave it into his body, and you just watch as the cackling laughter is abruptly gets.
All right.
And
And I have another 20 feet of movement left. Is that enough to climb onto the cart next to the first assassin and just strike down on him?
30. You could get up there, but technically, you swinging down, it'd be a bit awkward. But yeah, you could do it.
All right. So I assume that. Okay, I'm gonna roll a reckless attack again.
Okay. So at advantage.
Okay, so it's at advantage. I was wondering if it was gonna be at like just a normal roll.
No, I'm saying it's gonna be awkward.
All right.
Which means it's gonna be awkward to do.
He's just gonna like plunge down at him, basically. That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits. Roll me some damage.
All right. Come on. Oh, that's max damage. That's 15 damage.
Okay. So you bring this down and stab it and plunge into his chest. The drow immediately and pulls away from the blade as it sweeps out. And I mean, this guy's definitely does not want to be in a close fight with you.
Is this fight worth it? Yeah, fuck it. He's gonna go into a frenzied rage.
Okay, so bonus action Frenzy's Rage.
Yep. And from next turn on, 3 attacks.
Understood. After that, we then have Clyde. Clyde, are you back? Clyde! Oh god, no, Clyde has gone. They've disappeared.
No!
They've taken her.
As Clyde has disappeared, I'm going to go ahead and go with these warriors. 10, 15. Pierre's up here taking them. So the warriors going in on him. It's going to be miss. Miss. Badly missed. Pierre's standing over there. Ting, 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 ting. He's blocking every sword they throw at him. He just parries. He's blocking every shot these drow are trying to make. It's almost as if he's anticipating them.
I didn't know that you could be a... Well, I mean, he might be a monk.
No, yeah, he might be the way of the drunken sword, but I mean, no, he's anticipating everything they do. They stab, cut, thrust, and he is there to meet every single one of their attacks.
Heck yeah.
Next to Ryoka. Ryoka can see if she can get rid of the poison. She can, so now she can see. She sees what's going on here. There's no point in her... Actually, no. She's going to run up and she's going to beat the shit out of this guy. That is a 19 to hit. That's a natural 20.
Well,
So
that
she
dude's
immediately-
paced.
She immediately brings her fists out, and the first one cracks into his chest. The next one comes up in an open palm and shoves pretty much the base of the chin back, and it pushes back against all of the stem nerves and immediately just rings the guy's bell. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 points of damage plus the additional 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 points. That's 12. That's 18 points of damage total. Oh, he is not looking too hot. The moment he staggers back, Ryoka is currently standing there striking another martial pose, and she's ready to hit him once again the next time it comes around. And she's beat the shit out of this drow. He's definitely going to need to get away from this. After that, we then have Pierre. All right. Let's see what Pierre can do. Strike number 1, miss. Strike number 2, miss. So they seem to be locked in a stalemate. Every time he attacks, another one brings their sword across, and he brings his sword back down to parry it. Swinging across, you see, is an endless battle, like a cacophony of metal and iron. Or metal and skill, I should say. Immediately, ting, 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 as he's dragging the sword across the own blade.
God, I hope this drow assassin makes the mistake of running away.
I don't think he's going to have the time. Top of the round, though, is Volus. Volus, I need you to go ahead and make me your first death save, please.
I'm trying to remember what I need to roll for death saves.
Just a d20.
Ah,
No additions, no modifiers. Roll a d20.
I got a 15.
That is your first save.
Mm,
You need to roll higher than a 10.
alright.
Let me reorient the camera a tiny bit,
Go for it. Do what you need to do.
just so we can see everything going on a bit better.
All right. So, as that happens, we currently have Zoram. Zoram, what are you doing?
So, is this guy like kind of behind cover? This one, this assassin?
This one?
No, the one that my hand's hovering over.
Technically, you'd have a hard time seeing him because he's popping in and out of cover. So technically, he has 3/4 to you.
All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn,
Okay.
and I should be able to hit this. I'm gonna help out Pierre and cast a Ray of Sickness on one of the Drow warriors.
All right. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Yeah, I'll aim at this one because he's more in my line of sight than the other one. That is a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll me some damage. He is not poisoned, as they are immune to being, or the condition of being poisoned. However, they are not immune to poison damage.
Oof, so that's max damage. So 21 points of poison damage.
Oof, ouch. As it smacks into him, you immediately see as he stumbles backwards and his eyes become bloodshot, as a lot of the orifices in his body just start leaking these purplish black ink spots of blood. That really hit him. Took him off guard completely.
Man, I love having that alchemical savant. But I do not have anything that I can do as a bonus action, so yeah.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna just keep on using this as cover, so that way that one assassin can't keep hitting at me.
All right. So after that, we then have the Drowis. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna have Clyde doing 2 turns at once. I'm just gonna do Clyde's turn for. Clyde's gonna go ahead and. Clyde's gonna look at the one behind and say, "Hey, your mother's as ugly as you are." Does not make the save. Let's see. Can Clyde insult somebody to death again? Yes! Clyde can.
Oh my god.
She just killed someone with.
Your mother's a whore.
Your mother's as fugly as you.
Oh,
dare! Dies of psychic damage. All right.
Not me,
Imagine what that
mum.
looks like. Not me, mum. I'm in me mum's car.
So with that, she's then going to go ahead, or Clyde is going to go ahead and inspire Niram.
Oh boy.
After that, we then have Rowan and the Assassins. Rowan's going to turn over and actually heal Volus with lay on hand, or with he's going to actually know it. Nah, he's petty. He's going to do healing word.
Well,
You are up and alive with 6 hit points.
okay.
And then this Drow, the assassin on the other end. Yeah, no, he's gone. Failed his morale check. He's going down. He dives back into the tunnel.
Run away!
There's no reason for him to stay in this fight. The Drow, believe it or not, the Drow are slavers, but they're not stupid.
All right.
Yeah, he had
After
2
that-
pissed off dragonborns coming at him.
Niram, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, let me double check my movement since I have 40 feet available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I want to move into the space right behind Valus. And I would like to use my lightning breath on the right Drow warrior.
All right, so
Right, because you and I have separate types of dragon breath.
No.
you have 45 feet of movement, right?
I have 40 feet of movement.
40, so you'd be able to meet there.
Yeah, and then just shoot my lightning breath
All
at
right,
one of
so
them.
You're gonna Hail Mary it. Okay. It's gonna hope to God that whatever God you pray to, you're gonna hope that it hits. That is a 16 on the deck save.
That should succeed. Yeah, my saves are 14. So they take half damage. But that's fine, because my only goal this turn was to hit. So my rage doesn't fade. That is pitiful. That is 5 damage, which is halved to 3. That is depressing.
It's the little things that count, right? It's the little things.
Yeah, I mean, it's damage, so my rage doesn't fade. So that's a good thing. That was my entire purpose here.
Then we have Clyde again. Clyde is actually going to go ahead and.
Oh, actually,
run.
I have one more thing.
Yes.
You can use
Yes,
bonus actions to swap your weapons, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, the serrated greatsword's coming out.
All right. So you're going to go ahead and drop the longsword and whip out the greatsword.
Yep.
All right. Now we have Clyde. Clyde's going to go ahead and bonus action healing word Pierre. Because he got stabbed. Okay, that's going to go ahead and give him 4 hit points back. Clyde's going to run back 5. 20. And lay on hands you. Or not lay on hands, cure wounds.
Wait. 2 spells in a turn, does that work?
Well, bonus action and being able to cast a spell. So the nature of it is I allow you to cast spells as a bonus action, however, they have to be a cantrip or lower. You know what that means?
Yeah, okay.
So if you're casting like a 9th level spell and you want to cast something else afterwards, you can
Yeah,
cast
that's-
a cantrip, something really, really weak.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
that's
cast
fair.
something.
No, it's just because both of those level 1 spells. That was just why I was confused. Well, whatever.
But for the sake of that. All right, here. Then I'll do this then. If that concerns you, this is what I'll do. Bonus action healing word onto Pierre, and they will run over and drop a healing potion into Volus.
Yeah, that works.
Does that satiate you?
It's less that it satiates me and more that I'm sorry for being a rule stickler.
Does that satiate you? Yes or no?
Well, I mean, of course it does. Vaz is getting healed.
Yay.
Good. All
That's
then
the main
this is not-
thing.
This is not a minor healing potion. This is a healing potion. So this is 4d4 plus 4.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. So that is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 13 points of healing. As this really earthly red potion is jammed down your throat, you feel the earthy taste of, it almost tastes like dirt and herbs that immediately just fill everything. It's almost like having Vaseline or, not Vaseline, what the hell is that? I can't even think of it. It's like someone rubbing paprika on your chest.
Or did you mean like Tiger Balm?
Thank you. All right. After they do that, we then have the warriors. Yeah, okay. This is what one warrior is going to do. Going to go ahead and cast darkness. And all of a sudden, everything in here is just gone.
Ah, for crap's sake.
So that is there. That entire hall is now darkened. These guys, you don't know where they're going. Neither does Pierre. Can Pierre see them? No, he does not. He tries to swipe at them as they leave. 30, 30, and this one's going to go ahead and cast darkness again over.
I can't believe these drow turned into squids.
I told you, they're not stupid. They might be slavers, but they're not stupid.
Mm.
All right. So after that, we then have Ryoka. Ryoka, really upset that her kill was stolen, is just for good measure going to bring her foot down and just ruffle stomp the neck of the assassin before turning
I'm
around.
back.
Right as combat ends.
Congratulations, Clyde killed somebody again with insulting their mother.
Oh, yay!
What a great reaction.
Then
Yay!
Pierre's a bit lost, so he doesn't exactly. He's, where did you go? Huh? Why are you running? My sword is enough for both of you.
Why can I just imagine, like, I'm sorry to go back to this, but why can I just imagine Clyde going, yippee, when they see the person falling?
Actually, Grief, I have an important question. I'm
I have
back
an
up,
important
right?
answer. Yes, you're back up.
Um, whose turn currently is it?
Currently, Pierre. Pierre can't do anything, so it's going to be your turn.
Okay, I'm back up. What would it take for me to get back up? An action or my movement?
Half your movement.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I'm going to try, and Wallace turns over and tries to shoot between Clyde's legs just
Nope.
at these two.
Can't do it. Sorry, completely obscured.
Completely
You can't see him.
This area is completely covered in darkness.
Completely covered in darkness.
Ah,
So even if you wanted to try, sorry.
darn.
Unless you really wanted to risk a
Yeah,
fireball.
you would have less than no chance to hit the thing.
Are we officially out of combat?
Not just yet, because you guys can still chase after him. So then we have Zoram. Zoram,
Okay.
yeah, what do you want to do?
He's gonna turn and kind of just see that there's like darkness, and he's gonna kind of make his way over, but he's not really sure how to proceed because it's darkness, so you can't really see through that.
Well, for the moment, you guys don't actually know where they are, so I'll just remove them from the map for now.
And so he doesn't really know how to proceed, so he's just kind of standing at the edge of the darkness.
All right. Standing at the edge of darkness. That sounds like a really cringy emo song. Next up is Rowan. Rowan doesn't have anything to do. He's gonna toss that, draw assassin, go into the cave. Nira.
Oh, geez. Narum is like caught in one of the epicenters of the magical darkness, so he's just like, who turned the lights off?
Who turned the lights out? Stop! You violated the law.
Since he doesn't have any blind side or tremor sense, he doesn't really know what to pursue, so he's just gonna stay stationary. I guess the rage fades at this point. That also means I get a point of exhaustion. Great.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, at least it's only 1 and not 6.
All right. So that's to Clyde. Clyde, is there anything you'd like to do?
What's the current situation right now?
It's dark. You have Volus went down. He was knocked unconscious, and you just went over and healed him.
Mm-hmm. So Volus is stable?
Yes, he's now stable and alive.
What's the status on everyone else?
Still alive. Not as much damage as would have hoped, but it seems a lot of the squishy people took the damage instead of the tanks as usual.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna try and loot the dead bodies.
Clyde not wasting a second. Okay.
He's just limping over. His legs probably still bleeding. He's like, time to loot the bodies.
Just goes over, free money.
Mr. Krabs who?
Alright. You go through.
Money.
The warriors are gonna spend their time, since their darkness hasn't been dispelled, they're going to get out.
Did you too spill paint on me first,
Those will. The darkness will disappear, as it seems like the drow just vanished.
Ninja vanish.
And as they disappear into a puff of darkness, I'll go ahead and end tonight there.
All right.
Alright.
So, as you guys have walked into one of my ambushes, I hope you enjoyed somewhat.
You're welcome.
But
I wish I could have enjoyed it, but they ran away.
for the usual sake of this, I will say hello and goodbye, Twitch. It's always a pleasure to see you guys around, and I hope you enjoy. If you might want to find out some more about what's going on and how our party has managed to get themselves in the ass end middle of nowhere underground, you can go ahead and check out the YouTube link that we have set up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
All good. I
If
just.
you're good. You want to check out anything that has to do with our the Discord, so you can know when we're going online or not, you can go ahead and check that there. But before I start begging, you guys can go ahead and have you can have Behemoth deal with you, because he doesn't like it when I beg. He's so mean.
Yeah. Sure. Mean. Let's call it that. Let's not call it a critical case of imposter syndrome or anything. Anyways, thank you very much.
And high rail.
So yeah, as you heard, great. We do have a YouTube playlist. It is in shambles. I'm trying to update it, but Twitch exports! Hooray! I hate them. Anyways, yeah. Next week should be on time, hopefully, if nothing happens. Like it does so much. And also, I would recommend following the Discord server because, honestly, Twitch notifications can be a mess. Pretty big one at that. But yeah, thanks for showing up and take care.